Mike, you've been to several Super Bowls. What's it like now to watch your son as a head coach lead his team to a Super Bowl?
Well, you're so proud.
I'm sure the last thing you want to do is reminisce about your childhood before the Super Bowl, but my dad did the Super Bowl. I followed my dad into the business, and obviously that's a big focus with you this week. I think it's special that your dad kind of opened that all up to you at such a young age and put that in you. Now here you are ready to coach in a Super Bowl as a head man.
I mean, my dad made me who I am. He was always a football coach, so I know nothing else.
Like it? Yeah.
Just living and dying football, whether I was watching it as an 8-year-old or whether I was playing it in high school and college or becoming a coach, and it's been my life forever.
When you were handed that Hallis Trophy by your dad, I know it's hard to have a private moment or a one-on-one moment in front of a national audience, but what was that like to have him hand you that trophy to say, son, you're going to the Super Bowl? What was that like?
It was pretty cool. It's not something at all I would have asked for, or my dad.
Did you even know that was going to happen?
The night before, Jed told me, because it was Jed's idea. And
clearly, Jed's not superstitious at all here.
No,
I would have been scared to death. He
didn't want to. Sometimes I can be weird about that type of stuff. For my whole life, I would have said, heck no, there's no way you could do that. I hated always hearing, you got this because your dad, you got that because your dad. I wanted to be away from that as much as possible. Not away from my dad, just away from the talk of that type of stuff.
I get it. Even though you are coaching as a head coach in the Super Bowl, you still have that little voice that tells you, well, everybody's looking at me like I'm Mike Shanahan's son. Do you have that? That's
what was cool to me about what you're asking that I don't think I do anymore. I was always a little bit insecure about that type of stuff. Like I don't feel it like I used to.
You realize you're a hell of a coach, right? I mean, I work with people whose opinion, they're in the Hall of Fame. They think you are as good as there is and as good as there has been in a long time. You realize you're that good, right?
Well, I appreciate it. You're only as good as your last game. So we got one more game this year, and I'll take that compliment better if we win this game. So I can enjoy it for an off season until next year.
I'll remind you of it next year.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, Joe.
All right, man.
Thanks, man.